Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're visiting Pioneer Village Station, one of the newest stations in the Toronto subway system, and a unique station that has a part of its footprint outside of the city of Toronto. We've already briefly visited the station as part of the Vaughan subway extension back when it opened in 2017, but today, we'll take a look at the station in more detail and tell you the things you might not know about Pioneer Village Station. Let's get started. We arrive at Pioneer Village Station on a 60 Steeles West bus and are immediately dazzled by the massive structure that is the TTC Bus Terminal connected to the station. The bus terminal is reminiscent of the one at Sheppard West, with the beautifully designed elongated space containing 12 bus bays, serving bus routes such as the 35 Jane, the 41 Keel, the 60 Steeles West, the 84 Sheppard West, the 108 Driftwood, and others. Inside the terminal building, you can find digital screens that show the arrival times for upcoming buses, a few designated waiting areas spread out along the corridor, as well as little further friends that are also waiting for buses here. Stepping outside, you can see the serene surroundings of the station, as well as several commuter parking lots on each side of the building. The roof overhead is covered in copper and gray colored plates, which is a color scheme that will be revisited as we move through the station. Inspired by Black Creek Pioneer Village, the station's namesake, and a heritage museum nearby that recreates life in 19th century Ontario. It was a Sunday when we visited the station and the bus terminal was not terribly busy, so unfortunately we weren't able to catch any of the precious electric buses running along the Jane route, but enjoy some wonderful bus footage anyways. Walking towards the east end of the terminal, we find ourselves at the first entrance of the station, taking up this end of the building. A long overhang protrudes out of the building, decorated with red and gray triangles, and the support beams reflect this color scheme as well. This is where you'll find a few sports fields and stadiums that belong to York University's Keele campus, and if you head further east, you enter the campus proper and find yourself at York University Station. Let's now head across the commuter parking lot and check out the primary entrance of the station. This entrance building is perhaps the most iconic part of the station, being a big red structure with the station name on top and looking quite similar to a sandcastle. This is one of two primary entrances to the station, an automated entrance still located in Toronto proper, being on the south side of Steeles Avenue. The building itself is grand with very high ceilings, and right outside of the doors are some bike racks and seating. Notably, even though we can't see it from here, all the station buildings have green roofs and cool roofs, which are pretty cool additions to a TTC station for the environment. We're now gonna tap into the station and descend down this grand staircase in the middle of the structure, arriving at one of the intermediate mezzanines of the station. There are two separate mezzanines in the station, with the one we are on connecting with the TTC Bus Terminal and another one at the west end of the station connecting with the other primary entrance and the YRT Bus Terminal, which we'll check out later in the video. The space is quite large, with lots of space for a potential interchange LRT station in the future, if that happens. This is also where you'll be able to find the start of the central art piece of the station, LightSpell. Created by Tim Edler and Jan Edler of the Berlin-based art studio Realities United, LightSpell is an interactive art piece made up of 40 light fixtures in a 16-segment display format that displays messages customized by the public, controlled by consoles at the platform. Unfortunately though, you can see that the art piece is not currently in operation, and no messages are being displayed on it right now. The art piece was not activated after the expansion opened, as the TTC failed to find a way to keep profanity out of the messages shown, but we did get to try it on opening day, which was quite a joyous experience. Heading down another flight of stairs, we finally arrive at the platform. Separated in the middle by large leaning pillars, the wide platform is well lit, and the earthy color scheme and wooden finishings again call back to Black Creek Pioneer Village. Here you'll find designated waiting areas that look similar to the ones in the TTC Bus Terminal, TVs that display the arrival times for the next few trains, as well as deactivated consoles for LightSpell. On the pillars are ads advertising the Rogers Cup, which is a tennis tournament that is held every year at Montreal and at nearby Aviva Center, and the third oldest tournament in all of tennis. This year, the women's tournament is held here, and if you're interested in tennis, you should definitely come check out a match or two. Let's walk down to the west end of the platform and head up to the other mezzanine on this side. Here, we are immediately greeted by a row of fare gates and the collector's booth, which is what you would expect from a normal concourse level of a subway station. Taking this set of very long escalators up, we arrive at the second primary entrance of Pioneer Village Station. Another red sandcastle structure, this time on the other side of Steeles Avenue and in the city of Vaughan. One set of doors here would take you to the street, while the other set of doors lead to a long corridor, at the end of which you'll find a York Region Transit Bus Terminal. There are 5 bus stands spread out along the boomerang-shaped bus terminal, serving the routes 3 Thornhill, 20 Jane, 96 Keele Young, 107 Keele, and 165 Weston. In the center of the boomerang is the passenger drop-off station complete with crosswalks to the buses in the street. This bus terminal, while not as huge and impressive as the TTC one, is still nicely detailed, with wooden roofs and minimalist design that is very reminiscent of the SkyTrain stations in Vancouver. It even features a terminal building that has washrooms, fare vending, and seating. At the north end of the bus terminal, you can spot the gigantic commuter parking lot, which has almost 2,000 spots, and is plenty for both subway riders and bus riders. So this is about it for our tour of Pioneer Village Station, one of the newest subway stations on the TTC, with beautiful architecture and interesting landmarks to check out. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below to tell us what you like the most about Pioneer Village Station, and what your favorite station on the Vaughan subway extension is. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, join our Facebook group, and consider supporting us on Patreon if you want to help us make more videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.